What's up, Yoon-Fam? It is I,
Mark Yoon.
Today's video is going to give the opinions of some of the Yoon-Fam and other members and what they think about the Ultimate Seed, what the implications are, what it is, and what the purpose of it is, and what it can potentially bring. So please relax, enjoy these stories, and I'll catch you guys later.
Hello everyone, I am KittyMeowser from KittyMeowser Gaming, and I'm here on Mark's channel to share my thoughts and ideas about the Ultimate Seed. Now, I'm probably not as intimately familiar with the Ultimate Seed and all the intricacies with it when it comes to the story, so I apologize for any misinformation, but I've done my best to further educate myself on the topic. The Ultimate Seed is intended to be a combination of Soul Edge and Soul Calibur's powers. My theory is Aswell's idea of the next stage of evolution for the human race is Malfestation, but clearly he knows that Malfestation is unpredictable and chaotic, which is why I think the weapon Soul Calibur comes into play. I feel his idea is using the Spirit Sword mixed with the powers of Soul Edge, he will create a less corrupted form of Malfestation in which one he can control. I think his theory that he wants to create peace by taking away free will, which is a philosophical topic that has been around for a long time, even outside of the constructs of the game Soul Calibur. He wants to take away free will so that way he can stop all the waging wars and greed that in his eyes has completely corrupted the world, and his fear if that left unchecked, humanity will destroy themselves. I think there are many ways they can go about this when it comes to who or what will be the Ultimate Seed. My theory is that he will use multiple people as test subjects like he has already done when it comes to Grow. Also, Keelik is already affected by Malfestation, so I have a theory that in the next game, Aswell will try to get Keelik on his side and may very well succeed. I think that they will try to resurrect their king, that being Algol, who based off the old timeline was the only person who conquered Soul Edge's corruption, and it was because of Algol that the Spirit Sword Soul Calibur was made. Whether Algol will be the supposed Ultimate Seed, I'm not sure, but I do think that he will play a key factor in its implication, being the one who has the power and will to overcome the corruption of the Cursed Sword. I think they will use Algol as the ruler of the world, so to speak, the one in charge who keeps others in line. I actually think the possibility of Amy being the one who unleashes the Ultimate Seed is very likely. Even in her reveal trailer, they show that she plays a role in Aswell's plans, and that Aswell is interested in her psychic capabilities. I think that Amy will be turned into Viola in this process and will become the doll Aswell wants her to be, and that she will play a part in amplifying the Ultimate Seed through powers she possesses. I also feel that Cassandra may become a test subject to Aswell's plan, and that she will also be corrupted by the Cursed Sword, or in this case, the Ultimate Seed. The soul fragments they have been gathering in the timeline thus far, I feel like are keys to the Ultimate Seed and its creation. Aswell will use the Ultimate Seed and the soul fragments to bring back Algol, and from there, Algol will use the power of the Ultimate Seed to turn everyone into malfested zombies that he can control. I think the Ultimate Seed is a combination of the Spirit Sword and the Cursed Sword, melded into one and mixed with Aswell's own implications. The soul fragments are being used to create the Ultimate Seed, essentially like putting pieces of a puzzle together to make an object whole. The soul fragments can be corrupted as well as purified, so I think Aswell is trying to get both forms so that he can create a balanced Ultimate Seed. I have a feeling in the next game when the Ultimate Seed is unleashed that a new form of Malfestation will be released, and that they may very well change what it's called since the Ultimate Seed isn't just the Cursed Sword by itself but something more. Aswell talks of creating an evolution to humanity on a scale never seen before and that it will rival even the powers of the gods themselves. My overall consensus is that Algol will return, whether he is the Ultimate Seed or not, I am unsure, but he plays a massive role when it comes to it. Aswell will use multiple people when it comes to implementing his plans, those people being Amy, who will become Viola, Keelik, who is already corrupted, and Cassandra, who will be used as a tool and may become another corrupted Malfested like Keelik. The side characters Wan Gabak and Oct I think may also be key factors to the Ultimate Seed and may very well be the final ingredients in its creation. Since they are the ones talking about resurrecting the king, I think that they will sacrifice themselves to bring about the final stage and crucial form of the Ultimate Seed. So if I had to say I think the Ultimate Seed isn't a person but an object in which its powers are used through a person similar to what Soul Edge did to Siegfried and the creation of Nightmare. Instead of being on one side of the spectrum, the Ultimate Seed is neither evil nor pure but a mixture of the two. I feel like Aswell is possibly in a roundabout way creating a third ultimate weapon that is neither Soul Calibur nor Soul Edge but a neutral weapon that contains both elements. Algol will return and I feel the story is going to go in a very interesting direction in comparison to what it tried to do in the past. I think they are going to try to take elements of what they attempted to do in Soul Calibur 5's story and implement them into the new timeline that they have created. Those are just some of my theories, and I'm probably off the mark. I'm interested in seeing where they try to go with all this, and I hope this time around that they don't have to scrap elements of the story and game, and are able to see this through to the end. I also make Soul Calibur content if anyone is interested in checking out my channel. I mainly stick to character creation, but I've been slowly but surely branching out into other aspects of the beloved series. Thank you, Mark, for allowing me another chance to speak on your channel, and thank everyone for listening to my thoughts. I hope everybody has a glorious day or night, depending on where you are, and I will hopefully see you guys later. Bye-bye!
From what we know of the Ultimate Seed, I can definitely tell that Project Soul is trying to make this one of, if not the biggest event to ever occur in the Soul Calibur universe. Definitely going to be really huge, a really big deal in the current timeline, but maybe it could even be bigger than anything that has ever happened in the original timeline. And judging by all of the facts from like the museum, the library, and stuff like that, I can definitely see that it's obviously supposed to be a step up from what the Evil Seed was. It's supposed to be a lot more powerful, stronger than the original Evil Seed, and that's probably why the Swords and Shepherds are going out for Soul Edge fragments, is to power up the seed to create even more Malfested than there already are, and maybe with that, with both of those, I guess, groups or armies of Malfested, they will maybe even fully turn them into an actual army, and, like, have control over this army. I think the two people that, either one of the two people that will be controlling it will be probably Aswell or Ishka Oct, although a part of me also wants it to be Algol that has control over the army. I mean, we could definitely see the return of Algol with the Ultimate Seed. Like, the Ultimate Seed is the reason why he's back, and with, like, and it could be, like, the side effects of the Ultimate Seed could be that a ton of people are now Malfested, or even more powerful than a normal Malfested, and that he just happens to have control over these people. I mean, remember, this is supposed to be a more powerful Evil Seed, so I'm not really sure how or what many things you could do to have it be a step up from the original Evil Seed. Another thing that definitely came to mind was, what if specific characters were really affected by it? Like, the two characters that specifically come to mind are Killick and Grow. I think that one of the two, or maybe even both, could almost fully turn Malfested, or not really fully turn, but just be more evil because of the Ultimate Seed. Although then again, Killick does have the Devapra Yuga, so that could nullify the effects, but I think that that could be an interesting storyline to see one of the two be more evil than before. Although Grow, honestly, sounds like looks like he's an anti-hero. I think it could be very interesting if he turns almost fully Malfested, but he isn't, like, on the side of Soul Edge. Like, he isn't with Ishka Oct or something, maybe because, like, he has a hatred for what Curtis has. Let me reword that, that was bad. Like, he doesn't want to associate with Curtis anymore, or he's just, like, angry about that, and maybe, like, he sees what Curtis is doing as wrong or something. But just to summarize what I'm trying to say, I think it's going to be used to create a huge army, and it could possibly be the gateway for Algol to come back to the world of the living, I don't know what to call it, and maybe even like Killick and Grow will turn more evil during that event, or maybe even like characters that we've never seen as Malfested could turn Malfested. Like, that could be pretty interesting if the Ultimate Seed makes, like, Mitsurugi evil.
Hey everyone, I'm Mark Yoon, just Kane. This is Paulie D of my channel. Something like that beforehand, though. We've been planning on this for a while, and I want to make sure that each of them knows that I'm like a Soul Calibur fan like you guys. So, with that being said, let's get started on the topic that I want to discuss about. It's kind of related to Soul Calibur 7, something that, in my mind though, probably though one of the most fiercest iconic battles was Siegfried versus Nightmare. It's one of the most best iconic battles in the history of iconic battles. Not that I would say. But, anyway, what happened if something happened, say, Nightmare learned about what's going on with the Sword and the Shepherd, with Ixcot and some dude I cannot pronounce the name, and learns that they're doing an evil plan though, and then Nightmare betrays them and turns back to his Siegfried. My opportunity and suggestion will be an interesting one. Now, of course, though, Ixcot that I made a recent video of her role and make something like that beforehand, though, with that matter, of suggesting that Ixcot is controlling Hasbro using Hasbro as his puppet, as her puppet, excuse me. And technically, though, during my videos, I had a chance to discuss about it and other stuff too. So, with that, though, I say something about that beforehand, though. In the event of Soul Calibur 7, what if Hasbro was going to learn about being used, and then before it's too late, she was stabbed by Ixcot. He was stabbed by Ixcot, excuse me. And turned to dust like you see in Weaver of Souls. Like you play as something like that. So, I'm thinking of the same opportunity beforehand, though, but not like Ixcot and other stuff to matter, but Nightmare betraying, seeing what Ixcot and some other dude planning ahead and hear this plan, and could be a possibility to turn himself good, like in Star Wars Episode 7, no, not Episode 7, Episode 6, when Luke Skywalker dropped his lightsaber, was executed by a Transmetropolitan, and Darth Vader turned to the good side, and of course, though, Darth Vader full Emerald to the pitless thing in the Death Star 2, thus vanishing, and the defeatance of Emerald. It'll be just like that, but totally on a different scale. A different scale that I think will be well interesting. If Siegfried, aka Nightmare, discovered the plan with Ixcot and his sword, I believe, and learns about the plan like eavesdropping for some reason, wouldn't he have a chance to do something with that beforehand, though? Probably, if you know that Siegfried is Nightmare all along and other stuff too. I've been doing some things, but according to I believe the Weaver story of Nightmare, he I think was hallucinated by his father's will, and then in Siegfried's story mode, he regret what he did, and then about the ending, spoiler, he vanished into thin air. We're not so sure if he turns to Nightmare or something else beforehand, though. Maybe though he did in the story where Soul Calibur 6 stepping forward to Soul Calibur 7, that will be interesting and all, and other stuff too. And with that theory, I think though he might turn to the good side, like Darth Vader did in Star Wars. But we're not so sure. There's also another conclusion that maybe though there'll be some way though that something like that beforehand though. I mean, sure. I mean, though Nightmare is Siegfried, we all know this from when he broke the armor and other stuff too. But if he turns good, turn back to Siegfried and defeat Ixcot in Soul Calibur 7 or something like that, though, remember, Ixcot does turn and form into probably his father, Frederick. And technically though, in order to defeat Ixcot and it's got Ock will face Siegfried, in Frederick's form, and then of course, so the thing is Ock will turn back to herself. I don't know if Sabre's going to spare his life or not. Maybe she will kill her, and that'll be the end of the tragedy. Or maybe we'll live and decide to conquer the world. Then again, we got her sword. What will do if the sword kills Siegfried? Would he survive, like Juan did when he killed himself, or be saved by someone else and healed back to life in Soul Calibur 7? I don't know. That will be interesting. But as always, guys, thank you so much for understanding and watching. I had a chance to hack into Mark Yoon's channel, so big shout out to Mark Yoon. Thank you so much, Mark Yoon. I really enjoy our time doing this. And of course, so as always, so stay safe, stay positive, as Mark Yoon would say.
And thank you.